Next week marks the 40th anniversary of the first funding for a public works project that is still under construction in the Rogue Valley. That project will eventually connect every town from Ashland to Grants Pass.
In tonight's Oregon Trails, Newswatch 12's Ron Brown shows us how the Bear Creek Greenway got started and where it's headed for now, 4 decades later, as well as how it actually began as an idea more than 100 years ago.
And so in walking the creek and going up and down the construction on the freeway, it looked like there was going to be a lot of severance land along the freeway when the federal government picked up the property along the creek where there was a lot of leftover land. And so I started looking at that as a possibility for a park on the creek.
And that led to the Bear Creek Park chain in the mid-60s when Ledward was in charge of county parks. Then, in April 1974, the county received the first money to buy land to create the Greenway and began building a bike path.
We had saved up quite a bit of bike funds so that we got it spent real quickly on making this trail right here. And this was completed in 1980 as a Show Me project.
That's the trail near Talent. And soon, the first Greenway project in Oregon got state support and funding combined with local matching funds, and over the next 40 years has become a 20-mile-long trail straddling Bear Creek, running from Ashland to just north of Central Point.
You know, it's a great thing when you have a little flicker of imagination, you get something going, and then everybody else jumps on the bandwagon finally and says that, boy, that's my project too, you know.
All of us who worked on this project can feel that we've helped create a legacy for the valley that will be there in perpetuity, that will only grow in importance as time goes by.
Originally, the Greenway was planned to run from Immigrant Lake along Bear Creek to the Rogue River, then upriver to Eagle Point. Now that plan has changed.
Once we build the expo section this spring, it'll be 20 miles of continuous trail, which is just a fantastic accomplishment. But we're definitely not done. The long-term goal remains to connect south to Immigrant Lake and then north to the Rogue River Greenway, which connects onto Gold Hill, Rogue River, and Grants Pass.
And it was just a string of parks scattered along the creek as first imagined. Now it's a long, narrow park connected by a walking, biking, and in some places equestrian trail. But it was originally discussed back in the 1890s when bicycles were first becoming popular. Then it was to be a trail between the county seat of Jacksonville and Central Point. Now, work is underway to make improvements through Medford with streamside restoration and improved lighting ahead.
But our big initiative is make it safe, make it fun, and to have more events down on the Greenway. I think this is a very underutilized recreational amenity that we need to embrace and have more events surrounding the Greenway and Hawthorne Park.
Even the first stretch near Talent had to be repaved a couple years ago to remove tree root bumps. A couple years ago, when ODOT made improvements to Kirtland Road near Tolo, they included this underpass for the bikeway. Looking forward to the day when it would reach this place on its way out to the Rogue River. And on its way, it will cross this old overpass near the railroad tracks, then follow Gold Ray Road all the way to Gold Hill. For now, this is the northern end of the Greenway and the bike trail. There are horse trails around, but eventually developers would like to be able to extend this trail on to Gold Hill, to Rogue River, and eventually to Grants Pass to create one trail that connects all of the Rogue Valley. Near Central Point, Ron Brown, Newswatch 12.
Karen Smith and Neil Ledward say the big obstacle to getting the Greenway extended from Ashland to Immigrant Lake is getting past the Ashland Airport.